All right. Is it working? All right. All right, I think we're live. It's my first time scheduling a stream, so I don't know if it starts immediately. Um, Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I'm gonna start a recording. I think we're good. I do indeed. Hello, hello. Okay, cool. My mic seems a little louder than normal. Don't know why. Okay. All right. So I have basically no plan right now. Sounds fine? Cool. Thanks for checking it. Let's see if my desktop audio works. All right. My camera's very small in the screen. Where's Streamlabs? You can't hear that at all. Did this just start? Yeah, I just started just now. Um, Trying to get some things set up. I don't think you could hear my computer sound because I'm playing music. If you could hear music, then it's working, but I don't think it is. Properties. Oh yeah, that's definitely wrong. Hopefully I don't blast your drums out. Okay. Seems a little loud for music. You can't hear music? It should be working now, I think. Okay, you hear it now? Cool. Perfect. Got tilt my monitor up slightly. All right. So I have this really old to-do list from an older stream that I did. Viber. A lot of these tasks are outdated, so I think I should start a new page. I have an annoying cough still from being sick. Say it. Okay. Oh yeah, let's open up Unity. What am I doing? Oh, it's open. Cool. All right, so the last thing I was working on was getting these guys to jump. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be annoying for the stream. All right, they are freaking out. All right, so that just by luck, they actually figured out how to jump pretty quickly there. They usually take a lot longer. Something's weird. There's no round timer here. I don't know if I like my camera right in front of me anymore because I used to have it to the side when I would stream, but for videos I put it in front. You don't see anything? Oh. You guys see the... You guys see this? There you go. Let me fix the size of that. All right, we're just getting started. Analytics is open. And now you know how many people are watching. So this is what I was talking about. They learned how to jump kind of quickly. They're a little fast right now. Let's slow them down. So this is what I worked on off stream a little bit, and is what my next video is going to be. I already recorded a short video for them jumping, but now I want to work on some other things as well. They're going wild. Yes, this is what they look like slower. They also don't have that much time to survive, so let's like change that to 80 seconds. See how far they can get. I don't know if I could cut out my cough with software, but that'd be nice. Don't want to blast your eardrums out. So majestic. Yes, they don't make it too far. I think if I if I load a round, which it should be doing actually right now, it says load round 40. Let's change this to 80, and then I think I could load a pre-trained round where it's like around 1000. Let's make the first round 10 seconds because I know it has to play the first one before it loads them in. I'm not sure if this will work. So these are completely random, but in 10 seconds, we'll have to change this to, next round they should know how to drive already. Because they were pre-trained. Yeah, see, there they go. These are ones that I trained the other day, so this would be round 1000 of training. What they learned. What is this song? We're not using up full screen, are we? Oh, you know what I like to do too? For you guys. I usually make my monitor larger. So you can see everything a little better. Is that too much? I don't know why that changed. Well, maybe I've changed this to that's better. Oh, there's the round number. Okay. This one of them made it to the end. I'm surprised only one survived though, because that was after 1000 rounds of training. It's supposed to be more. Okay. So the screen should be easier to see things for you guys now, I believe. Like the words. If they're still too small, I can try to make them even bigger. Then I'll have trouble working with it. Make a new to-do list. Doing this on the other monitor real quick. To do. Okay. Here's a little to-do list we'll work on real quick. Well, it's kind of annoying how you have to put these in. I just delete all these. I added a new one. Okay. Okay. So this is just going to be any idea that I have. If we want to get drifting to work, which might mean recurrent neural networks. That's a possibility of what to work on next. These aren't really to-dos, these are just future tasks, and then I'll break it down even more afterwards. I hope they're not saving these brains right now, actually. I don't really care too much, but I'd rather they didn't. Make an existential crisis variable and have the cars ponder the meaning of Unity 3D. Interesting. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually if I just let them train long enough. So am I calling this save function? That's what I was just looking up. I don't... If save... Oh no, I'm not. Good, okay. Because I have some pre-trained brains that I don't want to overwrite right now. So I think as long as this... check... load round... That's not what would be on the car. Save. Okay, so save is not happening. That's what I want. Cool. So I actually don't think they're training right now. They're just replaying the same round over and over again, which is why the round number is not actually going up. But I can make them continue training if I turn off this load right here. So now they'll continue next round. We're not actually trying to train them right now. I'm just showing what they learned in the past. So we got the drifting. Need a mute button. That's a to-do. Why is it open the page like that? I need to be able to mute when I cough, because I have a slight cough right now. It's just a nuisance. Hi, Daniel. Or Danielle. Probably Daniel. Okay, so set up mute button, drifting. And then I do want to start working with the drone. I made a new scene right here that's just a blank scene that I'm thinking of putting a drone asset in. And then I want to teach you how to fly. And this isn't just like a regular drone. It would be an FPV drone, with the kind that there's no safety barriers involved. I actually have one. And normally with a drone, it keeps itself balanced and uses GPSs and a whole bunch of sensors to help you fly, and it's like guided. But with a manual drone, there's none of that. You could literally just flip the drone over and smash it into the ground and it will let you. So that, and it's really hard to control, and it takes a lot of practice to get used to. And I want to see if we could make a AI that could figure that out. I think it's going to be a multi-part solution where there's more than one neural network, and that could be interesting to try to get more than one working at the same time. Because I think I would need possibly one network that just keeps the drone balanced, and then another network that will figure out how to move forward or follow waypoints, and maybe even a third one that sets waypoints for the drone to go to. Because I feel like if I just tell the drone fly it and give it one network, it would be really hard for it to figure that out. And I've never worked with multiple networks before, so that would be interesting to do. But that's how real cars work. There's a car that detects, like real self-driving cars, I mean. There's a network that processes the image, there's a network that detects the cars and people in real life. And then there's another AI that decides how it should behave. So it'd be kind of like that, where we have multiple things working together. How's the music? Too loud? Too quiet? Let's see. So all that I have are these bars to look at. I don't know. But balancing is how you choose direction. If you balance perfectly, you won't move. Yeah. I get that. So maybe it would have to be the balancing and going to the waypoints would have to be one network, and then the other one. But I'm thinking of like having a second network that could pick a point in front of the drone, maybe like 5 feet in front, and it will we'll train one network that's really good at going from point A to that point, like 5 feet, and then the other drone is the one that selects those points to figure out where it should fly. Because even with these guys right here, when I gave them the jumping ability, they became worse drivers. Because it's just one more thing for them to figure out. So if I could make it simpler for the networks to figure things out by splitting it into chunks, they'll do better. So in the YouTube video that I posted, the cars in that video were much better at driving than these cars ever got. But these cars learned how to jump and drive with one network. So I bet if I split it into 2 networks for this test as well, they'd do better at both. Well, I could do that. Yeah, I could actually use the old network that I trained for the video and just toggle it on when they're not jumping, and then maybe make another network decide, switch to the jumping network. That actually wouldn't be too hard to do, because I already have the other network trained, I think, somewhere. How can I make this look better? Can I make this smaller? Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be start drone AI project. Yeah, AI. It's fine. Okay. What's the point of having no status and not started? Let's delete this column. Okay. No status, in progress completed. I like using these boards. It really helps just kind of keep me organized. Online training. Oh, there's actually something we could actually do together that I did in the past. Let me open up my GitHub real quick. Oh yes, here it is. It's gonna be really bad, but if you guys want to try this out, it'd be interesting to see if it works. This link should be an online web version of this simulation. So if you start that, it will probably be very low quality and jitter in the beginning. I have to tweak some of the settings to make it work better, but you should be able to just run this in your browser, and I thought that was really cool. And I should be able to update it too, relatively easily, as I make changes in here. Now, I have more control. You guys could just basically start it and you can't adjust anything. But I could change the speed of training and things like that. So I can really speed these guys up. It only works on, I think, desktop as well. So if you're on mobile, I wouldn't bother with the link that I posted. And while I'm adding more conditions, if you don't have a very fast computer, it probably won't work on it either. It's just a test to see if it works at all. Yeah, because here's what it looks like for me. Yeah, it opens up Unity. Oh, that's... And even on my gaming PC, it stutters in the beginning, but eventually I think it starts to speed up, yeah. And I'm also running both at the same time, so it's probably struggling even more. Oh, that's a task that I wanted to do. Improve raycast speed. Works at about 10 FPS for me. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at too. Yeah, it is cool though that I could do this. So this online training task isn't actually this. It's an idea that I had previously where somehow if I use some online database to store neural networks, we could all run this in our browser, or maybe I can make it a non-browser version so it's faster. And we'll all be working to train the same network at once. Kind of like how they do that protein folding, like Fold at Home, where everybody uses their resources to solve protein folding. It'd be like that, but with training neural networks. Which I think could be a pretty cool idea. Because training these guys takes a while, especially even at this speed. But if everybody was running on their computer, it would be so much faster. It'd be faster to see how our changes instantly impact things, because we'd be able to train them like on live streams and things like that, instead of waiting like a day for it to come back. Yeah, okay, let's slow these guys down again. I could probably just pause them in a minute so we can start working on something. Because I already trained these guys. I don't need to keep training them. That's not the point. I'm just doing it for visuals. My camera's still extremely tiny. Didn't never fix that. Sorry, guys. Too big? Just right? Okay. Improve the raycast speed. Oh, so one thing that happened when I hit 1,000 subscribers is I have this counter on my desk. I don't know if you could see it. You can see it right there. I think it says 1,000, which is really cool. I'm happy I got 1,000, but now that the counter stopped working, because I actually have 1,005, I think, right now. But I think because YouTube rounds it to only show, after you hit 1,000, it only shows like 1,000.1 subscribers, or it goes every 100. So this isn't gonna work anymore, I think, the way that the API works. So I wonder if there's a different way to adjust that. Because that was cool to have. Anytime somebody subscribed, it would make a little noise and update the counter. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause this for a second. Just because I can't think when it's right there. Set up mute button, drifting. Any of these that I want to get started on right away. I did actually want to do this improved raycast speed, but it's not anything interesting. I found out about this way to make the raycast go in parallel, because right now if I open up the profiler, which was a cool thing that I figured out how to use, but I don't even know where it is anymore. Oh, here it is. Profiler. Okay. So if I continue the simulation, it shows you how each frame loads. And if you click on a moment, it'll tell you what takes the longest. I don't know what it's waiting for. It says wait for target. Oh, it's actually too fast. The frame rate's too good right now, I think. Yeah. So if I speed this up as fast as it can go, it'll be easier to see. Let me just do that real quick. You just have to wait for them to get to the end, and then it will speed up. Okay. Okay, so now I should be able to look at the profiler real quick and see what takes the longest. Yeah, this is more like it. So if we zoom in, you'll see all these little lines here. These are all the raycasts, and that's what takes the longest each frame. I think this is every single car. So all these chunks is like each car updating. There's a ton of instances of it, but I figured out a way that you can actually do it in parallel instead of it being in sequence like this. So basically every single one of these lines is a potential job. So all these jobs right here. Let's see if we can see this better. So I don't know where the raycast yeah, it happens in the main thread. So you see this main thread here? That's where, like, it's your main thread. You don't want to use this for everything. If you could, ideally, if you could use more of your CPU, more of the cores on your CPU, they'll go down here. So this is all idle. It's all wasted space right now. When instead we could put all the raycasts on every single one of these cores, or threads, not cores, and it will ideally work better, hopefully. So I'm going to try to figure that out. Let's do that first. It's this thing that I found called... Where is it? Unity Raycast Command. That's what it was called. I think it's one word. Yeah. Okay. So in order to make a raycast, you need 2 points. Its origin, which is where the laser beam basically starts, and then where you want it to point to. So that's the origin and the direction of the new raycast command. That's here. So the direction they said is just forward, which we do, something similar to that for our raycasts, which you could see if I turn them on. Gizmos. Maybe not. There. Okay. So these are all the raycasts that the car's using to train. And they go out a bunch of different angles. So if we could instead use this system for that instead, it could work better because you schedule them. I guess I'm gonna have to look up more about this. Because this one only shows how to make one raycast. It says that that's what the example is. Perform a single raycast using raycast command and wait for it to complete. I don't want just one, I want a bunch. Raycast command is driving me nuts. Sometimes reading somebody's problem is the best way to find a solution. Commands, okay. So that's how you do multiple commands. You make that commands more than one. I don't know why I didn't see that. I probably would be able to see it right here. Yeah, so this commands list. Okay. That kind of makes sense. I'm just gonna put this to the side for now and open up our raycast script that we already have. I'll make that one. Raycasts. So when we make our raycasts, we're making them all right here. The reason these aren't like in a loop or anything is because I was changing them by hand to see what raycasts worked the best. So instead of directly saying make raycast here, we would put it into this command array. So it's not that different, I don't think. And then it returns a list of results somehow. How'd they get this results? Oh, you pass it as an input. Okay. I'm just gonna copy. Is it possible for the cars to learn cheats to get faster times? Yes, but they kind of figured out a strategy that works really well, and it's harder for them to branch away from that. I used to have the cars be able to jump higher, and sometimes they found out that they could jump out of the track and then jump back in and just hit the finish line and skip the rest of the track. But they never actually learned that as a consistent strategy. It's more like one car did it once on accident, got a really high score, but then no other cars got it again. So they didn't actually learn that strategy. I think they just got it by chance when they're jumping around like crazy in the beginning. But yeah, so right now I could only really run the simulation with, I think this is 50 cars, and this is at a speed of 10. If I go any faster than this, it really starts to slow down. So it takes a really long time to train. But I think that if I make these raycasts, using this new method, it should really allow me to speed it up so much faster. So right now the raycasts are the bottleneck that we're working with. I don't know why no, this is actually a good thing to figure out, because if I could figure out this new raycast thing, it really helps my future projects for training if I use raycasts again. So I kind of think I should do, maybe for now, just add temp raycast. I'm just going to copy the code that they have on their website just so I could see it with highlighting and stuff, and I can put it side by side like this. Okay. So now we have our code. And we have their code. So we have to change this to this. Hello, 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 USA Studios. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm not sure what this allocator temp is. I'm not sure if this is where you set the size of the array that you want. Do raycast differentiate between a wall and the checkpoints? Yes. Wait. Yes, they do. So, do you mean the hurdles too? Because they also have a difference for that as well. Where are they? So you can't see the checkpoints right now. The checkpoints actually look something. Where are the checkpoints? Did I shut it off? No. What's that? Oh, I thought hurdles were the checkpoints. No, there's a lot of invisible checkpoints that I don't know where they went. Where did it go? Oh, there they are. I have to click on the bridge. Okay. I don't know why it's called the bridge, but these are actually the checkpoints. There's tons of them. Because in the beginning when they're trying to start training, this is what they have to figure out. This helps guide them along the track in the beginning, because without them they'll just flail around and do donuts because they don't know which way to go. So each one of these little checkpoints gives them a point. But yeah, so the raycasts go directly through the checkpoints, the actual checkpoints. But then if I could get a car somewhere. Yeah, so they're starting over. Let's look at these guys real quick. Why are they in such slow motion? Oh, it's because I have all the gizmos out, which actually kind of helps me. I don't want them to go full speed right now. But basically, I added another raycast on the bottom of the car so it could see these hurdles. The raycasts on top of the cars, the raycasts on top of the cars actually go over the hurdles. So the raycasts on top just can't see the hurdles just because they're too high. There's nothing in the code that lets them not see the hurdles. So there is no advantage for them to jump off the track and skip some of it. They just can't jump high enough at this point. They did that in the past, yeah. But that's really hard for them to figure out because they have to understand that concept. And since there's no checkpoints out of the track, they just start driving around randomly, usually. There's no guidance for them, I guess. Okay, why is it so slow? What happened? Did I break something? Oh, did I change the code? There's like so many errors. It's probably because I started editing the script. Yeah, okay. They're just broken. They're not they're not gonna work. Trying to get a freeze frame for you in a second. It's gonna take a minute. Okay, right there. Nope, almost. Okay, that's a lot of cars. Okay, Here is one car. It's already started jumping though. Let's try a different car. Okay, this one should be better. Okay, yeah. So this red raycast is the one that sees the hurdles that's coming out of the front of the car. And then the rest go over the top. So you can see that it's detecting the walls with yellow. And all these raycasts give distances as well. So it doesn't just know that it's hitting something, it knows how far away it is. So that really helps with the hurdle detector because it knows how far away it should jump, basically. So there you go, 1.8. Okay, it's not very good at it, but that's how it's supposed to work. Could just decrease the number of raycasts, but they learn much better being able to see more, so I'd rather be able to make more of them, just have them be more efficient. Okay. What's this allocator temp mean? Just like an empty object? Oh, but you tell it what type it's going to be. Okay. So that's how it knows how big the array has to be. I was confused at how it was allocating memory. Just a random thing. I think we just copy all this, honestly. And then instead of commands, raycast command 0. Oh, we literally have it set up. Array length. We just have to change all of these to raycast command instead of make raycast. Okay. Easier than I thought. Okay. So just copy all this. We need this beginning stuff. I think I'd like to keep it in its own function. So let's just copy everything and delete what we don't want. Yeah, so this doesn't work. We need these. I think it's part of the Unity jobs package is what these raycast commands are. So now we shouldn't have too many errors anymore. Okay, yeah, cool. What does just this do? I disabled all these. So I just got rid of everything that we used to do. And let's just run the simulation like this, see if it works, but I have to call this. So I think the only reason we were able to see the rays before is because I'm drawing them. So I'm not trying to do that with the raycast command. It may not work. I might have to draw them a different way. Let's just log it to the console, I guess. Why is that not working? Oh, debug.log. Okay. Semicolon. All right, we should be able to just run this now. And they should have no writecasts anymore, so they just won't know what to do. It might actually have an error. Yeah, lots of errors. What is it, though? Okay. So it didn't like something about that. I thought I was able to click on this. Show me where it is. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying not debugging it. Seeing if that gives us errors. Okay. It says use temp job instead. Temp memory containers cannot be used when scheduling a job. Use temp job instead. Batch query job 2.result is allocated with temp memory. Okay, I've never dealt with this kind of stuff before, so this is new. Time for a Google search. I don't know what that is. Actually, I don't need this at all. Gonna look up what it says. Oh, so it's actually as simple as changing the word temp to temp job. Okay, I think. So this is temp, so I just say temp job. Okay, yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Oh, they're still training in my web browser. At their 10 FPS. They learned how to jump a little bit, though. They don't have enough time to figure out the whole track, though. Let's get rid of it. So are you just trying to improve the jumping? Not really. It's more just the speed of training, because it takes a really long time to train. like each round takes a long time, even when I go as fast as I can, when I speed it up as much as I can. So I'm trying to see if I could make these raycasts that detect where the walls are faster for the computer to make. And that will help the training be faster too, I think. Let's see if this works. If this works, I think we're almost there. This is a slightly boring task because you can't really see what's happening. Okay, it's still not working though. Use temp job instead, I did. Oh. I'm changing things here. This isn't even my script anymore. It's all over here. I could just get rid of this. Well, let's take those changes that we made. So I want everything. So it's temp job, so I'll have to change. Let's get rid of that. Do I even need it? I think I copied literally everything over. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's just get rid of this so it doesn't confuse me again. Alright. Now we should see no errors. Let's clear the console. No errors here. No more errors. Cool. I don't know if it's working. No more errors. Let's print out that debug log again so we can see what it means. It might not make sense to print that out. I don't know what it is. We'll try. Okay, that's a raycast hit. Dot distance, I think. So you see how far away something is. That looks promising. Let's see if that works. It should have a number now instead. Okay, well 0. Maybe that's correct. No. Oh yeah, maybe that is correct. Let's take one of the cars. And okay, so they should be seeing things, I think. If they start turning. Can it only detect hits, or does it actually give you distance as well? Let's try to draw the ray as well. So you go start, which would be origin. Direction. And color. How do we do that before? Let's say color. I just want to see the ray, so we'll just make it white for now. What else do I do? Okay, that's all I need, I think. Let's try this so we can see it. If we could see it, that'd be cool. So I can't see it there. Gizmos are on. Musped Wadams. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yes, I don't know where these raycasts are going. Apparently it's making it, I think. But origin, direction. What is the origin? Maybe I need to do transform.position. Yeah, so this one is the same thing, it's origin. So the origin should be one of these. This should be my origin. Let's try that out first. Let's try it for draw array first. And this, I guess. So we're not using origin anymore. This variable doesn't really do anything. Well, like, oh, you know what I should do? Just turn that into this. So okay. So now the origin means this instead. Hey. So we have a length now. And I think I see something. It's a very tiny array. That's all about 138-ish long. I think it's infinite. Like, I think it actually sees how far away everything is. Before I put a limit on how long the raycast could be, so I made it only 20. But now I think it's shooting all the way over there, we just can't see it. How do I change the length of the draw array? Let me see. Okay, so I multiplied it by the ray length. So the ray length is actually this value down here. So this batched result, batched hit dot distance. So we actually have to get this before we can draw our array, so I have to move this below it. So yeah, like here. So now we can draw the ray because we know how long it's going to be, and you multiply this by the length of the ray, which would be this. I think this is just for visualizing it. This shouldn't change anything. So now when we run this, we're going to be making a raycast using a different method, hopefully. And it's going to be infinitely long. I wonder if we could change the length of it. Yep, there we go. So it is hitting that wall all the way over there. Cool. Flawless. I wonder what it would do if I could just keep it infinite length raycast. But now what we could do is quickly make a bunch of them. I want to figure out how to limit the length though. So previously, how did I do that? Ray length? Does raycast command have that? I think it's this right here. The distance. It's a very large number. Basically means as big as you can make it. So I'm gonna change that to be 20. Let's see if that works. No. Not working. Oh wait. Some of them started working. Can I just not see him? Oh, so they're really short. Oh, they're hitting into each other. And it's always pointing forward. So I think it's actually seeing the other cars. It's like it's crashing into it. Maybe not. Let me do something quick where I run it like that. Like this. Right now they can't see anything though, because the rays are being weird. Okay, so that's the problem. The rays are actually hitting the other cars. For a quick fix, I could just make it a little bit higher, like that. So now the rays will be just slightly hovering above the cars, I think. Yeah. If they only have one ray, they can't really figure out how to drive. With two rays, they can. Let's see. Do they have no rays now? So I think these rays only actually... Okay. I see the problem. These rays, the ray length is only a number if it's... What am I trying to say? The ray only exists if it's hitting something, basically. So I just have to set the length of the ray before I do it. Current. So instead, of using this, I'm gonna do that. Sorry, I'm not using full sentences. So if, oh, I don't even need that extra variable. No, I do. Okay, so if this distance is 0, which means it's not hitting anything. I did this before too. If this equals 0, then current ray length equals the maximum length, which in our case is 20, but I have that as a variable somewhere else. I'll fix that in a minute. And then else, otherwise, we want to do this. Okay. So now we should see the rays always. I lied. Why'd I lie? Oh, I didn't change this to current ray length. That's why. All right, now we should be in business. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. So these cars actually aren't getting the information from this ray. Bit of a tangent, but what mic are you using? It's the Rode NTG. Does it sound good or bad? It should sound good, but I'm also using RTX Voice. What did it say? RTX Voice to cut out the background noise if I have any background noise. Good? Okay, good. So it's kind of working. As you can see, when they turn, it's not turning with them for some reason. Sounds good to you? Okay, good. It's this mic right here. You might be able to see a piece of it. I didn't realize it was in frame. Yeah, so it is a shotgun mic, but it works with USB-C, which is why I got this one. They have more expensive mics, or even mics that are similar price, but they're called XLR mics, so you need to buy like a whole setup just to use them. Sorry, I was probably talking louder because it was so close to me. So this was the best bang for your buck in terms of mics. My whole setup's kind of like that. I have a decent camera, a light that makes the camera look 10 times better. And then this mic. That's it. It's all on my standing desk too, so if I move things up and down, the whole setup moves too. Pretty cool. So if I want to stand up, it works. Okay, so let's get these rays actually turning. Why is it not doing that? Oh, sorry. So direction. That's because we're setting direction as vector 3 forward. How do we set direction before? That would be right here. Transform.direction direct. Okay. So I have to do it this way. Nice setup, thanks. Took some time to get it here. It's still I'd say minimalistic, which I like. Easy to set up and just have set up all the time, I think. What did I just copy? I copied some text. Yes, that's what I was doing. So in this command direction, I'm gonna replace with that. I think. So now, there's gotta be a better way to just switch between Unity and scripting. So now when they turn, which hopefully they turn next round, we should see the rays turning as well. I don't know why they don't turn during the first round. It seems like it's something they just don't do. Yeah, nope, still not working. That's because my draw ray isn't using that new direction. So the actual raycast might be working properly, we just can't see it properly. So now that is correct. Hey, they're turning. You can see that they're not doing it right now, but they are turning. Different angles. I don't know how I got the raycasts to go through certain objects before. It should be fine. I just don't like how they're hovering above the car. I could just make them a little bit higher than the car instead of as high as they are right now. Like maybe instead of 1.5, just do 1.1. We're really close to figuring this out, and then seeing if it actually improves the performance. Did I save that change that I just made? So I just want to see the raycast be a little closer to the car. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out the top. That's close enough. Okay. Now all we have to do is make a bunch of rays and make this raycast a little nicer to use, because my old one I had it so I could pass in a direction and it'll just make that raycast. So I think I'd like to do the same thing, which is I could just copy that. I'm just gonna call it make raycast job, because we're using the job system for this. So this direction we don't need anymore, so we're passing it in. And now to use this function, instead of doing it up here, well, actually we do it here, but now, oh, that's not good. No, actually it's fine. Instead of direction though, I should probably just give it a bunch of these commands. Hi there, I discovered your channel today and watched a bunch of your videos. I was wondering, how old are you? I am 24. Gonna be 25 in July. So the same way I hard-coded all these directions, I should just be able to do it with these commands. I'm gonna do that real quick. It's gonna be sloppy looking because it's a bunch of hard-coded things. Let's just try like a couple. Definitely a better way to do this, but we're just gonna do it like this. I shouldn't do that here either, the origin. I'll probably move that out in a minute as well. So we don't need the origin in here. I'll just delete that. We don't need the direction in here anymore either, because that's what we're going to change outside here. Direction we'll get rid of. Great, I'm looking forward to more of your neural network experiments. Thanks, I appreciate it. That's what hopefully working on now. Right now I'm trying to make it more efficient so I could train them faster. Is it easier to just do everything in here? Am I making this harder for myself for no reason? I think so. If I'm gonna hard code everything, I might as well just do it in here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I think I have to say that this is 7 now. I think that's how this works. I never used this kind of allocator before. And then bring back our direction. But instead of saying direction, I'll actually say the directions that I want. So like here, I did vector 3 forward. Okay, yeah, so let's just copy some of those. It's gonna be a little tedious. Stick with me here. But ideally, once this is working, the network should still be able to use these new raycasts the same way it used the old one. So even the previously trained networks will still be able to use these new raycasts. They don't have to retrain anything. The only thing I don't like about this is that we won't be able to see any of the raycasts. It's really I should have a directions array. Maybe. For now, also very tedious, I'm just going to quickly make it so we can just see these. Just for debugging purposes for now. But I really should make an array of the directions that I want. One more. So this is my first time trying to make actually more than one ray at a time. I should have just started with 2. See if it even works doing more than 1. So let's see if this works. I should be able to see all the rays, and they should all be working. Okay, so we see no rays. Oh, I'm not calling the function. I'm not calling the function at all. I think I already have it up here. No, I changed the name of it. Okay. Now it should work. Or at least, we'll see if it works now. Cool. I mean, almost. Oh, they're just going through the walls. Why? Oh, I'm not doing that check for... I'm only doing that distance check for the forward one. That's why when they start hitting a wall, they're all the same length. Okay, so it's actually working. It doesn't look like it is, but it is. That kind of bothers me. So if I do this, instead of current ray length, oh, I should put distance in there before I did all that. Okay. Not sure if this is how the results work, but if it does, that'd be nice. I'm just gonna quickly loop over the results. I don't know how you loop in C#. A little rusty. I think I'm doing it right. You know what? I'm not gonna do this right now. This is actually gonna be annoying. I'm just gonna change the distances to infinity for all the rays for now, just for now. So we can see if they work. Cool. Looks like they're working. Oh, diagonals don't work properly. Which is fine. I actually know that problem. Where did everything go? So now... Okay, these cars won't learn anything right now because we're not passing anything into the brain of the car. And the reason those rays don't look right is because you have to divide by the magnitude of the ray to get them. It's like the Pythagorean theorem or something. It makes them slightly longer than they should be. I think I'm okay with that for now. Because I'm going to make this better anyways. I just wanted to prove that could work at all. So, you know what we could do? I'm just going to put back all those 20s. It actually should be of length, ray length, which where do we get that? Just 25? Okay. Do the same thing in here. Instead of all these 20s, we'll do ray length. Cool. So it should be 25 as well. We had 14 of these rays before, so I'm just going to finish making the rest of them. Right now we only have 6. So it's a little bit more tedious. I'm just going to copy this first one. Okay, so I think that should be all the rays that we need. I just gotta get their directions, so I think we're up to 7. Eight. 9. 10. 11. Oh. 13. And then 14 is different. 14 is the jump raycast, which is very different. So actually we're going to get rid of this 14. We're going to add that on after. And we're going to use the old inefficient raycast method for that one only. Because it would be a little harder to separate it right now, the way that's set up. Okay. Okay. So the thing that we return to our neural network is this ray length. I call this get ray lengths. We return ray length, which is what? It's an array, which I create somewhere else. Oh, I say ray length equals that. Okay. So that for loop that I started making earlier, we can actually use again. This right here. So we could store our results in that ray length array. We have access to it. So the same way we did it here, where we say ray length equals whatever. I should be able to do the same thing. What is that? Oh. I just noticed, like I looked at my scene, I just noticed that my lamp in the background is triggering the green screen effect because it's kind of blue. So right here, there's a hole in my in my camera. Let me turn that off. I think I just have the green screen filter on, I didn't realize. There you go. That's my light. That's funny. And that was triggering the green screen. I saw like some weird lines of code in my head, next to my head. That was that. Oh, so now we have to change this to the 14 instead of 7, so we have way more rays. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I was wondering about that. Yeah, I didn't notice. Just had a hole in my camera. Because I do have a green screen that I use sometimes for different things, but this background looks pretty nice, so I left it. And the green screen's a pain to set up. All the time, at least. If you need it for something, it's nice to have. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to put the lengths of the output, so these results. I want to put these result lengths into I want to put it into this ray length array. So results.length. Yeah, so ray length sub I equals results I dot distance, and that should be it. We do want an if statement though. If this, so if the ray length says it's 0, that actually means it's not touching anything. So we want to set that to the maximum length of the ray instead of 0. It's kind of a little backwards, and it would be hard for the AI to figure that out because it would think 0 is as close as it could get. So we want to say don't do this, but instead make it the maximum length of the ray, which is ray length. And then otherwise, if the ray is hitting something, we give the actual distance that the ray says it is. Okay. Seriously, I don't need this anymore. Oh wait, ray length is something else. Oh, it's capital R. That's confusing. Why would I do that? Okay, I think we're good. So the only thing we're missing is this new raycast that I added to detect the hurdles, which is right here. But honestly, I could literally just copy this. Just copy this right here and put it right after this. So then it'll call that inefficient version once, but that shouldn't be bad because it's not happening in sequence with all the other arrays, so this should be fine. I think that I left in the logic for the other make jump raycast, yeah. Cool. In theory, I should just be able to run this and they should start driving. Is there something I'm missing? I'm thinking. I'll leave these. These are gonna draw improperly, though. I was being lazy before, but I do want to fix it real quick. I just have to divide them by this. Oh, we're supposed to divide it by divided by this. But now direction has to be whatever direction it is facing. I think. So now the rays should end exactly at the wall. As well, let's test out everything that has changed. I changed a lot at once. That's usually a good way to get errors. I'm getting a bunch of warnings, but warnings are fine. Not exactly what I want to happen. At all. Something weird is happening with the rays getting drawn. So the bottom rays are always happening properly, but the top ones, oh, they're only visible when they're hitting a wall, so that's not working. I know why. It's just the visuals that aren't working. It's this results.distance. We should do ray length instead of results.anything. So all these results.distance, we're going to change to ray length. So we already have the logic in place to fix that issue. Oops. Okay. Cool. Now, is this truly more efficient? I don't know why the cars are acting so weird. I didn't change anything about the cars. I've never seen them jump so strangely. Maybe I have. Only one way to tell. I can actually load in a pre-trained brain again in the canvas. How's it going so far? Actually, alright. I think I'm close to figuring it out. Okay, so it's gonna load around 1000. So it should do that already. So it's not working properly. Sirio Corvino, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. So with YouTube, it's weird. On Twitch, you know that people are watching you when they follow you. But on YouTube, I don't know if somebody's watching a video or the stream. So I just thank everybody. Gotta change that little default zombie though. So one thing that I fixed with the other simulation that I realized I didn't fix here, I think, is the rays on the top of the car could tilt in this, but I made them always flat in the other simulation. What we could do is turn off this round loading and just see if it's more efficient. That was the whole point. So now they're gonna just train from scratch without preloading a brain. Let's change the game speed to 10. It happens at the end of the round. And let's change the round. So game speed's 10. Oh, I think it's going too fast even for the camera to pick up. And let's watch our stats. So the FPS is a little erratic. And the cars are also similarly erratic. What if I make this 20? It seems like the cars just learned a bad strategy. Let me try again. They definitely seem faster than they ever did before, but they're still a little weird. Shut off the gizmos. Give them some more time. I mean, seems a little better. It's hard to see what's happening because it's so fast. I'm just gonna let them train a little bit and then we'll watch it in real time, see what's going on. So not figuring out how to jump. And the rays are going over the walls a lot, which I don't like. Somehow before I fixed that, I locked the raycast rotation. How did I do that? So this is just the jump one. What about the... Oh, I'm also not dividing the output by ray length. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. So right here, when we're hitting something, I have to divide it by the ray length. Otherwise, the output's too big for the neural network to figure it out. Okay, let's try that. Maybe that will help them learn a little better. This camera angle is gonna give me seizure. Okay, so they're just doing a little bunny hop. Looks like they're learning though, and it seems somewhat fast. Can we make it 50? How fast can it go? I don't know if this is more efficient now. Let's see the profiler. What's going on? Maybe there's a new bottleneck, but maybe I did that all for nothing. But it was cool to figure out either way. I think it helps something. So let's see our profiler. Let's see what's taking the longest amount of time. Let's restart this. How do I clear it? Clear. Okay, let's Yeah, let's pause that. Oh, do you know what's bad? This batch thing. This is going to be a bigger project than I thought if I really want to get this working well. So this is slightly more efficient. I know it is. However, the way that this is working, the raycast thing, each car is calling it. So even though it's making these raycasts be processed parallelly, all the cars are still calling the function 50 times, or however many cars there are. We want to make one call with all of the raycast batched in at once, instead of doing it for each car individually. And that's a project in itself, because we'd have to somehow make all of the ray requests at once and combine all of them together. So this is definitely a little bit faster. I know that it is. I might have to think about this a little bit more off stream though, before we could finish it, but I'm glad that we got this working. So this is my first time working with any type of threading, multi-threading. And it's nice that it's just kind of built in. It wasn't actually hard. Multi-threading could be hard sometimes, but this was actually kind of easy, despite how long it took. that was supposed to be my easy task of the day. How long has it been? Yeah, an hour and a half since I started it, basically. I am not going to give up on this, but I think I'm just going to leave in the old way so we can see what's going on still. So we'll just comment out the new one. It still exists. Our work was not for nothing. We'll just go back in the old way. Since that's not being called, it shouldn't change anything anymore. And it should just go back to working the way it used to. Oh geez, broke something. Ideally I'd like to do like a comparison side by side to see which one trains faster, but the thing with these, I think... Hold on, let me see something. I could have sworn I kept them horizontal all the time, but I think I just saw them jumping and the raycasts were still tilting. Yeah. Why can't I see the raycasts? Oh. Yes, they still tilt. So why weren't those cars able to figure out how to use them then? Using the new way. Okay, I just want to give it one more chance to use the new rig. Actually, no, I don't. Because I do want to make them super efficient before I do that, and it's just going to take a lot of time to get that to work. I'd rather start working on something else real quick. Okay, improve raycast speed. I should have put that in progress in the beginning of the stream. I need like another category. Another category like needs more work. Or I could just add a new task. Sorry. The new task would be not to improve the raycast speed, but rather combine all of the raycast calls from every car. Combine or batch all car raycasts into one call. That's what I have to do to make it actually efficient. Okay. But at the bottom for now. So that's completed. We'll say improve raycast speed. is completed. Figured it out. Now I just gotta finish it. Mute button. That's for the stream. That's not for the simulation. I'll do that off stream too. I was gonna set up my Elgato Stream Deck. Yeah, I'll do that later. So that goes down. Drifting, recurrent neural networks. Could start working on that. You know what I want to do first? Visualize. I want to visualize the inputs to the network. Or the outputs. Visualize. It's the car inputs, but the network outputs. So I'll call them car inputs. So if it's turning left, I want to see on screen what the AI is telling the car to do. Visualize car controls. So if it presses the drift button, I want to be able to see on the UI what it's doing. How can we do that? Do you have Italian origins? Yeah, that's where the Sorrentino comes from. Yeah. Oh yeah, so the UI. How can I do this? So on the canvas maybe, where we put our high score thing. It's the round 1 and stuff. We're gonna want a new object on the canvas. So that's the round number. I haven't messed with the UI at all, so this is new for me. I mostly just use the simulation. I don't use user input usually, so far at least, with any of the things I've made. What I'm thinking is I could just toggle this on and off like that to show when the button's being pressed. I can put some text on it as well. Let me make an empty, and I'll put this inside of it. So this is going to be rename. Let's do jump for now, or yeah, we'll do jump for now. Or you know what? Yeah, jump is okay. They don't jump often though, so we might just see this flicker, which is fine, I guess. Okay, so we want this to say jumped. Jump. How do I do that? Jump. And we want it move over. Nope. We want the jump moved over a little bit. Okay. And I think if we move this down here, this is just a test, it's not going to look nice. I want to... Can I just disable this whole group? Could. Do I have access to that through code? Probably. The thing is, that when we visualize these outputs, it has to be for one car at a time. So whatever car the camera's on, we want the UI to also be listening to. So that's going to be a little tricky. Okay. We do this. Because the cars don't exist until the simulation starts, which is kind of annoying. Let's slow this down. Oh, oops. Okay, so we see this jump button down here now. It's very tiny. What does an actual button look like? Just real quick, I just want to see. Maybe that's better. I did see a slider as well. Slider. Well, maybe we could use that for the turning, just for... So if I... Oh, that's actually really cool. I can make a whole menu with this. Neat. Yeah, let's do that. I actually don't want them side by side. So this one we could use to visualize whether or not the car is turning left or right. Let's just line these all up down here. And can we make this bigger? Can you actually change the depth? Oh, that's kind of cool. These birds I want bigger too. I don't know a nice way to edit this stuff. Let's actually change the size of it. So 30 is too much. Why is 30 too much? Is it the height of the box? Oh. Thank you. There's a 2D button in scene view. That actually makes it easier. Oh yeah, much better. Thank you. Okay. So make this jump button bigger, the text. I don't know if it's bad to, that does not look good. What is this? This is just what... Oh, it's kind of cool. Could I center this inside of this? Oh, that is cool. So if I center everything, then it's automatically centered. So we go 0, 0. No, okay, that didn't work. Only works for the not text. How's that look? Better. So does the button have a toggle? Oh, that actually looks better than the jump button. Okay, we'll use this instead. The text component has alignment options. I see what you're saying. If I double center it, it should work. More. I see. Center. Center. And then I could center. Much better, thank you. I might switch to using a button anyways, though, because it looks nicer, I think. So let's put this button in jump. So like how it has a... I thought I was gonna manually make a button, basically. Let's just turn this off so we can't see it. That cured my OCD. Okay, good. Oh, we don't even need this button in here. Just call it jump button. So this basically doesn't matter anymore. What? What did I do? Just because I like how when you toggle this, it automatically looks like a button. I'll just delete this. I'll just disable it for now. I do like it though. So this button I bet works in a similar way. Or we could just change the width of it. Oh, well, you know, we'll just make it small. And then make it big. This might make the resolution bad of the text. Oops, not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move it. Is that the case? Yeah, is it bad? Yeah, it's a bad way to do it. Don't do it that way. I think a better way would just be to make it big and then do the same thing with the text, just up the size of it. Much better. That looks clearer. Perfect. It's gonna be jump. So now we got what we had before, but now it's an actual button. Cool. Oh wait, I wasn't doing it right. I'm shutting off the image. That's what I want to do. The interactable. Oh, cool, so you can make it actually do things on click. But how do you add a function to it? Oh, cool, so it's working. But I'm actually able to click on it. So I would turn interactable to off, I guess. So I could turn on click off, I guess, and it just won't work. I think. Oh, I hate myself. I do that all the time. At least I know what to do now, though. It's bound to happen once per stream, where I leave simulation running while I make changes and then don't save them. So I made this 50 jump, 50 sorry about that. Maybe I don't even have to label it. I guess turning. Oh wait, I didn't mean to press toggle. I meant to add a slider. Misclicked. That's not how I want to do that. Okay. Let's just get one of these hooked up to a car. I think the turning's the easiest to do. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna make a new script on the, I guess on the canvas. Oh, well, where's the output of the network? Wherever that is, I want this UI to be changed. So let's see where that happens. It happens... in the neural network script, I believe. Because we... brain outputs, yeah, so right here where I set all these values. Throttle input, turn input. So right here, I want to hijack this turn input and also make it show up on screen. I could do it in the neural network, but that's kind of easy, so let's do it that way. Public, what would it be? Slider? No. UI slider? No. No idea. I'm not gonna guess. How to access a UI slider in Unity script. Okay, so we have this here. Slider, it's just called slider. Okay. That's what I needed for now. Public slider. I think I need to include Unity UI though. That's why it's not autofilling. So now it should autofill. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, turn slider, and now I should just be able to connect that. But I can't. I can't connect that. Because that's on every single car. The neural network script is on every single car. Gotta go. See ya. Thanks for all the help. You helped me with a bunch of little things that I wasn't going to figure out. I probably would have just done a worse way. So thanks for the help. I appreciate it. No problem. Yeah. I'm thinking. So I guess what we could do is make just a new script that picks a car to follow. Our camera does that. Whatever car our camera's following seems like the right car to make this work for. This right here, camera follow script. No, choose target. Choose target is this. So maybe in choose target we could somehow get the values out of the values for these jumps and turns out of the car itself. Let's take a look at this. It can't just automatically follow the first one. The camera already does. Sorry. The camera already does, but we want to figure out whether or not they're turning or jumping or how much they're doing both of those. So what I'm gonna do is open this, yeah. Choose target script. It's right here. Current target is this. So this is the car. Okay. This works. So we have the car in here that it's following. The current target is the car that the camera's following. So what I need to do is I need to get some values out of that current target, or I could pass that current target into a new function to keep things separate. So let's do that. Ideally, I think I'd like to put this in a different file eventually, but for now we're just going to put a new function, void UI. Maybe this one will just be turning UI. I'm probably gonna change this later. Whatever I call it. So we say current target You know what? This is just a car. What is current target made of? Game object. So we're gonna say game object, car. We're gonna pass that in right here. So we're gonna call this function here. Has the training improved a lot? It's back to where we were in the beginning. But I think I know how to make it better. It improved a little bit, I think, but then I put it back to the old way just for now. Because the raycasts work using the new method, but I don't know if they're actually faster yet. But I like the new method better. Even though I removed it, I'm going to put it back in later. Just has some more stuff that I have to do first before I can make it actually work well. Oh, that means it's consistent though, which is good. Yeah. The new rays work the same way as the old ones, but they're supposed to be a little faster. And they are slightly faster, but not as fast as I would like because of how they're being called or being used. So I want to call this turning UI with the current target. And then down here in current target, I could say car dot get component wheel vehicle. I have to do something to get that. Vehicle behavior. Sorry if this doesn't make sense right now. Just talking to myself a little bit, and then I'll explain it after. Oh, I have vehicle behavior. Yeah, okay. Wheel vehicle. Slider. I have to import the Unity UI. Was it Unity Engine UI? Yeah, it is. Okay. Got the Unity Engine UI. So that means I could use this slider that I was trying to do. Slider, public slider, turning input, turning slider. Okay, so now that's the slider that we see here to see whether or not it's turning. I should probably put text above it to say turning or something. This will be cool if this works, because I've been wanting to set up a UI for a while. We could even probably reverse the UI so it actually controls the car too, instead of the car setting it. Dot external turn input. Turning slider dot value equals. Is that all I have to do? No way. Let's run this. It might have a bunch of errors because I did that really fast. If we see this thing like move. Okay, there's errors. There's errors. Oh, no reference. Okay, so I set that thing public. There's a step that you have to do. So in this camera script, choose target. You see that there's this turning slider. It says none as slider. That's because I have to actually give it the slider. So this slider right here. How do I do that? Because I'm gonna have to drag this. Oh, I think I just drag it onto the main camera. No, maybe if I open main camera, turning slider, and I just drag this. Where is it? Here? Cool. So now it's in there. Now it knows about it. It didn't know about it before. Hey, so that means whatever car the camera's following might be turning left? Maybe not. Oh, it's this one. Hey, look, he's turning left. I don't know if you can see that. He's... Zoom in. Oh, no. Switch cars. I don't know why we keep following one that's always turning left, but you see it's moving. So we know what the AI is outputting. So it's always turning left, turning left. They like to turn left. But at least we know what they like to do now. I had no idea what they were doing before. So this guy turns left, but then he straightens his wheels out right before he hits the ground. That's really cool. I like seeing this. I wish I should have done that in the beginning of the project. It would have been cool for the video. Let's speed things up a bit, see if they learn anything. Scorekeeper. Let's go 10 times speed. Okay, looks like they're learning something already. Let's give them a little bit more time. I wish the camera wasn't as jittery, like with which target it picks, because it picks a target, then it quickly skips to a different one all the time. I wish it stuck on a target a little bit longer, or maybe I could set it to like pick a target better. So they're training right now. Just gonna let them train for a little bit. So now it should be easy to do that for all of the inputs. Let's give them some more time. See if they can go further. Okay, now let's play this at real-time speed so we can see the outputs. Can we full screen this? Oh, sorry. All right, we won't see it yet. It's cool, so you can actually see what it's doing. So that one's trying to turn right. It crashes into the wall. Turning right, I think it should. Oh, I see a problem. The slider actually goes negative, I think. It might go to like -1. So even when it's going perfectly straight, like these cars, like he's going straight right now, but it says 0. It should be perfectly in the middle. Gotta fix that. But other than that, this is really cool. I like being able to see what they're doing. That should be an easy mathematical fix. Where I could just add 1 and divide by 2. I want to make sure it's dividing everything by 2, though. That is super cool. Yeah, it is. I'm actually, I actually like it. You know what? Let's just save ourselves some time. And so we don't have to retrain them. Let's load round 1000 again. So they trained for like 1000 rounds already. The first round, it doesn't do that. But it's cool, you can see what it's doing. So it's working. Straight is kind of here. You can see it's like, that's kind of how the wheel's turning. It's hard to tell which car you're following right now, because there's so many. But what I could do is if let's say I wanted to record a video. Oh well, I shouldn't have actually stopped it. I should have just paused it. I don't know how to minimize after I maximize on play. There's gotta be a shortcut for it, but... So let's start them right here. And then what I will do is as soon as the next round starts, I'm gonna pause it and get rid of all the cars except for one. Okay, pause. We'll keep that first car. Turn them all off. So now we just see one car. And if we full screen this before we press play, I'll move this over so I can control it. How come what? Oh no, I messed up. Okay, but this is the one car that we know that we're controlling, so whatever this is doing, it does, and you can see the tires move the same way. So it's interesting. I would be interested to know if it is drifting. So yeah, the reason I messed up is because I didn't make the round longer. It's still only 10 seconds. So we made this like 70 seconds. They should be able to finish around. How come you're taking the rest of the cars out of the track, but you answered it now? Oh, yeah, so I took all the cars out just so we could see which one we're watching. Let's do it again. So the car that we're watching might not be the best, and it might actually crash before it gets to the end, but at least we'll see what it's doing. So you can see it turns left when it jumps for some reason. It doesn't really help it, but then it straightens it out when it gets back down. So it's turning. It looks like it's almost drifting there. So I wonder if it's pressing the drift button, which is why I'm doing this. I want to see what buttons it's pressing. I'm zoomed in a little too far, I just realized. Okay, so it didn't make it all the way. This was a bad car to follow. Yeah, so I guess I could just leave all the cars in. We'll just use our imagination to figure out which one it's following. Next, I guess we'll just set up the jump button, drift button, and boost button to do the same thing. Should be easy now, though, because we have access to everything. It is cool to see how it slowly adjusts the steering. Oh, I didn't make the round time long again. It's going to do it one more time, where it ends short. I just want to see them do a full round like this, and then I'll add the rest of the inputs and we can watch it again. So this time this should make it all the way to the end. At least one of them will. Cool. I guess you kind of know which car you're watching. Actually, no, I don't. So it's not following one in first, but it should be. Eventually, it will snap to the car in first. But there's some delay between when it snaps. So I think we're following... Okay, there it snapped. It snapped to the front car. So now we can see what it's doing in terms of steering. So it is very jittery with its output. Like it quickly chooses between left and right. It doesn't slowly steer the wheel. I know I missed the training. I actually didn't... I actually didn't train them. I'm just using the old round. But I got this output popped up. I'm trying to see what decisions the brains are making now. I'm just adding like a UI basically, which is cool. We could pause this. I want to add the rest of the outputs as well. Okay. Let's put this back in here. And let's quickly add the rest of our buttons. So I think, can I duplicate? Yeah, I could probably just copy, paste. Oh no. I guess that works. Let's do it one more time. Paste. I should have pressed paste this child, I realize. Rename. So this one's gonna be jump. Rename. Boost. The boost thing has visuals, which I should turn back on. The drifting did too, I think. But the drifting visuals were extremely bad for performance because it would leave a bunch of trails on the floor, and there were so many trails like of the skid marks that it would just crush the simulation basically. Wouldn't actually crash, but it would go to like 0 frames per second anytime they made skid marks. Okay, so we're gonna remove some of these. You know, I'm just gonna stack them for now. It'd be cool to have these like buttons on a controller instead. Where do I change the text? Scrolling too fast. Button. Oh, it's inside of it. I forgot. Jump. Boost. Oh, this is the drift one. Kind of want them to be the same order that they are here. It's fine, I guess. Oh, this is boost. Okay, I guess they were completely out of order. This one's boost. Okay, so now we have all these buttons. Let's give them access to it in the script. I feel like using a button might have been the wrong choice, but maybe not. So we're gonna do this for all 3 of those. Jump, drift, and boost. And then we're gonna go over here, and we should see that on our camera. Okay, so the jump button, which is this one. Oops, forgot I can't actually click. So I have to drag it. Jump button goes here. The drift goes here. And boost goes here. All right. I'm gonna look up the button document. So I have this here. Button dot not enabled. Is there like a value on this one as well? I think maybe this, maybe make it look not interactable. So it looks like it's being enabled, but that's not actually how it's supposed to work. So I think all these buttons I could actually click on, but we're just using it for visuals, so I might not want to do this. So I think if I go into the script now, and so I use all these. So I want to set this like true or false, I think, depending on the output of our car. So if the car external jump input is something, I don't know how that variable actually works. When do we jump? External jump input is greater than 0.5. So if the external jump input is greater than 0.5, which I just don't need all these files open. I don't know why I haven't. Greater than 0.5. So if it's that, then we say that it's true. Otherwise, it's false. And the next one is the boost. Same thing. Okay, so we could just copy that whole thing and replace boost with boost. Jump with boost, I mean. All right, and then the last one is drifting. Drifting, I think, might be different. Might be the same. Drift. It's greater than 0.9. Okay. Similar. I can still copy and paste. It means. I have changed this to 0.9 instead. So now I should be able to see all the choices the car makes. It should always hold boost once it figures it out, because boost never runs out, so it's just a good idea to hold boost. Can't see it right now. So it's holding drift, apparently. Oh, these are the bad cars. So yeah, now once they're trained, they learn that holding boost all the time is good. I wonder if it drifts around turns. It's probably gonna run out of time. Yeah, so they never drift, it looks like. So that's what I want to try to do. I want to try to get it to drift. Let's... Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of that. How do I get back to game view? Okay. Just want to make the round longer. That's all I wanted to do. Struggling here. The round is here. Let's make this 70. And I just want to see if they ever drift. Now we can see the outputs that the cars use for everything, basically. I think that's all the controls that they have. Why'd that happen? I'm not sure why the UI got shifted. Oh, it's free aspect, that's why. I should make it so it works with free aspect, actually. So they're boosting. Do they drift? I kind of missed it. So you see them press jump for like a split second. This is cool. Oh, so he did hold drift, but only when he was like about to crash. Because he didn't know what to do. So he's pressed random buttons. Oh, he did drift when he was landing. So maybe they found out that drifting is good to land. Let's see if he does it again. No, he didn't do it. Only if he's doing something weird, he drifts. This is cool because I never actually knew which buttons they were pressing when. So they did learn holding boost all the time. It's basically the best strategy. It's cool that you can see like when they go around the left turn, they turn left. And then when they go around the right turn, they turn right. Which makes sense. I mean, that's what they're doing, but it's just cool to see their outputs. And I didn't actually know it would be this jittery. Thought it'd be a little smoother than that. Kind of makes me want to change the way that it works so it is smoother naturally. Cool, cool. So that's another task done. That is visualize car controls completed. Drifting. Do I want to start the drifting task right now? Probably not. It's I mean, I do, but I don't actually know if drifting's good for this track. Because these cars are very hard to control. That's the only problem. I'd like to improve the cars before I improve car handling is a task that I should do before I do the drifting. And that I'm not sure how to do because this isn't really easy to fix. I tried fixing these cars before. I feel like just switching to a different asset might be better. Or making my own. But then drifting and jumping isn't a thing, so that's why I stuck with these guys. Let's start them over without loading in a brain, just seeing. I guess you'd see when they make wrong decisions. I don't know why they all learn to go backwards. I need to give them more time. Oh, that's the speed, that's not time. I don't know why the camera's behaving this way. This guy got out of the map somehow. Oh, I guess they can jump out of the track still. I don't know why they're doing it though, consistently. Oh, did he figure out how to get points that way? By jumping into the checkpoint? He definitely did. No way. Maybe. Oh, you know what I could do instead of doing all this training? I could just change which round's being loaded in. So I could load in round 100 instead. Let's do that. So right now they do drift sometimes. They do drift around turns sometimes. For a second there, I thought they learned to just jump behind the checkpoint to get a reward. When they were jumping out of the track, I think they might have before. They were jumping like, I think they're just tapping the checkpoint and figured out that it's like getting a reward, but then then one of them figured out how to actually drive further and it beat out that strategy. I wish I had this UI on the video itself, because that would have been cool to see. Maybe I'll put in the next one. I already recorded. Oh, I didn't record the training for the next video yet, so that's actually perfect. I could have this in the jumping one, which is what this is. The car's jumping over hurdles. It's gonna be a small video. I just wanted to show them jumping over things and the training that happened. I don't feel like these cars are ready to drift though. They're looking great though, yeah. I really like seeing this output. It's cool. So you can see the choices that they make. Before I had no idea. One thing that I want to do for this channel in general is, I don't know. I was thinking making a Twitch for this channel specifically. I have a Twitch that I used to use to like play games and stuff, but I might keep that one just for games. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't find live streams on YouTube easily. I don't even know where to go to look for them. If I'm not subscribed to somebody, I don't know how to find a live stream, in other words. But if I'm subscribed to somebody, sometimes I see it in my feed. So I don't know how YouTube shares live streams with people. It is cool to just talk to subscribers, though, on YouTube. So I think I would do both. But Twitch does seem like it has better discoverability for live streaming for now, until YouTube does something different. Yeah, this guy's learning to drift. Let's see what they do in round. I don't know how many rounds I have. Do I have 2,000? I've been looking up hella stuff about ML agents, so I guess YouTube thought I wanted to see this, so it showed up in my suggested. Did the live stream show up or the video? Or one of my videos? Because I didn't know they pushed live streams. That's interesting. I'm actually not using ML agents at all. This is a neural network script that I wrote from scratch. It's right here. Neural networks has the stream. Oh wow! So no, I stand corrected. I guess YouTube does push it. This is like my first. I guess I've streamed before on YouTube. This is like one of my first main ones on YouTube. That's cool. That's good to know. I do want to use ML agents too next, but I wanted to understand how to make neural networks from scratch and teach it to other people. So that's what I did in my last YouTube video. My last 2 YouTube videos about Unity was teaching neural networks and natural selection, genetic evolution, things like that. What happened? Oh, it says the root does not exist. That means I didn't train to round 2000 yet. I saw the evolution video like last week, the one with the funny pig, yeah. I wasn't subbed, but I watched your last AI car video a day or 2 ago. Okay, so you guys are all finding it on YouTube. Maybe YouTube is good at streaming then. Thank you for the subscribe, Chris Zabin. Zabin? I'm butchering that, sorry. Oh, I'm staring at this thing being broken. Forgot what I was doing. I think I broke it. I have to fix that. So currently, when I train the AI, I save their rounds to a file, and I just set it to 2000, which I didn't, I guess, train this group of AI to. But it just breaks, and then I can't fix it without restarting it. So I'd have to restart it right now, and then change the round to one that I know that I have. But I'd rather just tell me what the maximum round is, maybe. Maybe be like, you only have 1,500 rounds. Lower the number. Make it more error-proof. I do want to improve this online thing that I made, because I think it's pretty cool that you guys could open up a where is it? That you guys could just open up a website and have it work on your computer. But it's really inefficient right now. So right now it's like 10 frames per second, I'd say. Maybe no, it's not even 15, it's like 10. Possibly even less. There's so many cars though, so maybe that's why. They will learn like this. It's just Johnny, the camera quality is insane, by the way. Thanks. I appreciate it. It's it's lower quality than I'd like, because it lowers the camera's quality to not 1080p. Like, it normally records in 1080, but when it shrinks it down, but I'm in such a small box that it doesn't matter anyways, so it helps. Yeah, so I'm training this in my browser right now, and you guys could do the same thing. This link is public. I mean, it's not useful, so I want to make this more efficient, so somebody could just try it out. And maybe with this new UI that I'm putting in, I could have settings so people could adjust the settings. Like I have access to all these settings here, like the game speed, the round time, the mutation rate, the copy chance. So I would have to explain what these are, but sorry, but it'd be cool to let people use this as well and just tweak with it to figure things out. I feel like I'm standing in your room. That's funny. I did actually want to get maybe multiple angles that I could like swap between, because I do have a different webcam. I have an old GoPro, but for the GoPro I need to get a capture card or something. But just like swap between angles so you can see the rest of the room. So I have a fish tank over there. I'm gonna have my nano leaf lights set up over here, so it's gonna be like a cool streaming room instead of just some shelves behind me, so I could switch up angles. Yeah, so let's see how we could just make these guys more efficient, I guess. Maybe just make less cars? I forget how I made that. What did I do? I think I just exported it. Maybe I'll do that for next stream. If you want to try out the 10 FPS version, though, it's right here. It's really slow. So another thing that I want to do with this, I mentioned earlier, is if I could get this to work more efficiently and have it be in the browser, I could just have everybody train the same network at once. So we could all be working towards the same goal. If that makes sense. So it would really decrease the training time, and it'd be cool because everybody could participate. It'd be almost like a interactive stream thing where I could say who has the highest score right now with their training. Kind of like a Marble Run game or something like that. You have a leaderboard. I'll add that to the to-do list. I have online training, but I think making a leaderboard for it would be cool too. I guess I could make this to-do list somewhere else. Oh, something else that everybody wanted to see. On my driving video, I got a lot of comments about people wanting to see if it generalized or not to the specific track, or if it could drive on other tracks. So I think I should set up another track and get it to perform well on any track, basically. Generalize driving AI. In order to do that, I need to make another track. Make new track for cars. We could do that now. That's kind of casual. What's the easiest way to do that? I can get rid of this weird floating path. What I could do is... Where is the road? Bridge, it's called. I could copy and paste it. Rename. Why can't I rename it? It doesn't want me to rename it for some reason. Oh well. Guess I won't do that. But now there's technically two roads here, and I could turn off one of them. And then I can alter this one to be the new track. That seems kind of hard. Right now all the plants are in the way. So, oops. Oh, jeez. You know what, I'm just gonna delete this one. It's not working right. I can't... Okay, I could delete it. Duplicate. Why can't I change the names of things? Oh well, I don't know. Okay, so if we want to adjust this track, we just have to adjust all these points. So the one thing I don't want to adjust is this green one, because it adjusts the height. I just want to adjust the other two. So one way to do that is making it 2D. Can I do that? No, I want it 2D in the other direction though. Damn. I guess that works. But it doesn't really. Okay. make a new track. I'm gonna make it random. Hi. Hi, a zebra, Moo. Welcome. Let's make a new track. Oh, that's weird because I can still see the old track. I guess that's fine. I want to see how different this one could be. I'm just gonna randomize everything a little bit. Oh, there's a better way to move things around, isn't there? Yeah, I can just click on the screen thing. Oh, that's the old track. No. Don't want to mess up the old track. I think I just did, though. No. Oh, so the first one's the old track? These tracks are hard to control sometimes. So let me put this back where it was. Ish. I don't care if it's exact. It's like here. And then let's hide this one. Actually, not even hide, let's deactivate it. And then let's just change the new one. BRB, no problem. Okay, so we're just gonna move these around randomly. Fix these things after. Actually, no, I'll fix this one right now. Ideally, I'd like to make an even bigger track this time. So this is the one that we're going to be generalizing them around. I think if I just add a point, so that, you know what, let's put one of these really far out there. Okay, that's pretty far out there. Let's go all the way over here, and then start here. I think if I say add node after selected, oh, it went the wrong way. Let me delete this one. I think if I run it, it will fix that. Yeah, so I want to add nodes after this one, I guess. It's kind of a little backwards. Trying to make an ultimate track, I guess. So now there should be a node here, yeah. Not sure what kind of things I want to have on this track. Just gonna make it random. Oh, nope. Something like this for now. A lot of zigzags at this part. I'm gonna do a lot of zigzags here. Let's see if it could figure it out. I'll fix the plants after. Okay, that's enough zigzags there. Okay. this part out. Make it more of a smooth curve up to this point. Actually, a lot of these zigzags do need to be a little smoother. Kind of like that. I want them sharp still, but I don't want them to overlap like that. That looks better. Sadly, the hurdles... Oh, you know, it'd be cool if the hurdles were automatically generated as well. I could actually do that. Because these hurdles are useless for this new track. So I should really put them inside the other track. Because they're specific to it. That's why they're in random places now. I mean, there's not much more I could do, besides have a bunch of left and right turns, right? I don't know. The way these cars work, they don't have that great of grip, I think. Oh, that looks weird. Oh yeah, that's what it should look like. Okay, so that's what the track looks like now. You can fix this straight section here. Sorry, I'm leaning so far away. Hey man, what's up? I subbed yesterday after getting your last video recommended to me. Awesome. A lot of people just said that earlier. I was asking if people find these streams through YouTube alone or through videos, and actually some people got recommended the stream itself, but most people saw one of my past videos and then got recommended the stream. So that's cool. I'm new to Unity. I didn't know they had this node/spline thingy that you're doing. Did you write that script, or is that just on Unity? That is actually an asset that I got off of the asset store. I believe it is. I tried a couple. What's it called? Not this one. This one is made by the YouTuber Sebastian Lage, and it's really good too. But however, I needed walls on my road, and his just made a flat rectangular surface, so I didn't use this one. This one I tried for the camera, which is another spline thing. So basically, it's an asset. Which one is it? You guys probably see it before me. Oh, I have to scroll, that's why. Spline? This one. I guess it's called Spline Mesh. Let me see it. I show it in the one YouTube video where I made these cars, but it's really cool. It does a whole bunch of things. It's really useful. It saved me a lot of time on this car project because I don't have to put the walls up by hand or anything. You can make a bunch of different things. Cables. The road is what made me want to get this asset because I saw it had railings and I needed those walls, which were like the railings. You make objects follow a path like a camera. Do a bunch of cool things. Hey, saw your last vid. AI cars learn to drive. I wonder what would happen if the fully trained. I can't speak. I wonder what would happen if the fully trained cars were placed into a different map. That is actually exactly what I'm working on now. That's funny that you asked. Right here, I'm trying to draw a new map, and I literally 2 seconds ago just added this to the to-do list. Make a new track for cars and generalized driving AI to see like if they generalized or if they learned how to drive on that map only. I did train them on that one map specifically for a really long time, so they definitely overtrained and overfitted for that map specifically. But I do know some tricks that I would like to try to see if they could learn how to drive on any track. One thing I actually did was I made these cars really consistent to the point where no matter what speed I make the simulation, if you replay the same round over and over again, the exact same thing will happen to every car every time. And in the beginning, it wasn't like that. There was a lot of inconsistencies between, like if the frame rate was different, the cars would act slightly differently each round. So it wasn't exactly a perfect replay each time, even though the neural networks would stay exactly the same. So something that I did was I worked a while on trying to get it as consistent as possible. And that actually made the cars worse at performing, at learning at least, because they overfitted more often that way because there was less randomness. They would learn a strategy and get really good at it, but because it was exactly the same scenario every time, they actually overfitted, which is why sometimes neural networks have what's called a dropout layer in the network, and it actually randomly drops some of the inputs each frame. So it actually injects randomness into the network. And I didn't realize that I was trying so hard to make the cars consistent so they could learn better, but I didn't realize that would actually make them worse at training. So it's funny that I spent time on that. And they're really consistent now. I like it. So now I have to use a different like dropout layer or something to get them generalized better. Or just add more randomness to their outputs. So yeah, I'm just kind of making it random. There's not that much I could do, so I don't need that big of a map, I guess. Because I'm thinking like, there's only left and right turns. I literally just finished your advice to new programmers video and saw you were live. I've got a question for you. All right. What's the question? Oh, that's not working. Why can't I click on this red box? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I wish I could go into the 3D space with these cars, because they don't really perform very well if the road isn't flat. It's not the AI, the cars themselves don't work very well unless the road's flat. But it'd be cool to get cars that could go up ramps a little bit, or like up inclines. So then I could have a lot more freedom with making this track. I could have like figure eights or something. One way I would do it is just generate a random map after each training episode. Yeah. I don't know how to make a random map though. It seems like that would be a hard problem. Oh, ramps are cool. Yeah. I don't know if I would make them like jump off of a jump with a ramp. Maybe, because they did learn how to jump. What do you think the best way to get into AI/neural nets is? I'm familiar with CS fundamentals, but I just don't know where to get started with AI. So you're familiar with CS fundamentals, but not neural networks. I mean, I'm working on videos that are gonna help with that problem. If you watched my natural selection video, that actually has a pretty good explanation about neural networks. The driving one has a lesser explanation about neural networks specifically. I'd recommend watching the evolution simulator video that I have. But then, besides things that I've made, what would be the best resource for that? Oh, 3 Blue 1 Brown has a good series on neural networks. So does CentDex. Neural networks from scratch. That's actually a really good series too. I could try to look it up for you. Both of those are really good. Running out of water. Red Bull it is, I guess. I have this annoying cough that I can't shake that I've had for like a week now. I'll start off by just making these roads like just all over the place. We can actually see if they know how to, if they could drive on this right now. When I was first learning, I bought a class on Udemy for $10. It was the fundamentals of ML/deep learning. COVID, I actually, yeah, it was COVID like 2 weeks ago, but the cough has just been lingering for a long time. Maybe even 3 weeks ago. What's today's date? No, 2 weeks ago it would have been. I ended up getting a degree in data science because I loved it so much. Oh, awesome. That couldn't have been the course by Kale. Is it Kale Haladen? I think I might have watched that Udemy course. I don't know his name off the top of my head though. It depends on when More Life was talking about when he saw it. I feel like now there's more free content, but a few years ago it was a lot harder to find good courses or free resources online. You bought that one too, yeah. Some of the courses on Udemy were really hard to follow when I tried them. I tried them, was it five or 6 years ago? Before I even got into a CS degree? No, it must have been after a degree. I'm all over the place. But it was like 5 years ago, and the courses were so hard to follow on not even the content itself, just getting the programs to run in Linux. They just didn't have good support for the libraries they're using. Exactly, this was in 2017, yeah, so right around the same time, I bet. Also, I subbed to those channels you mentioned. I have to chat on both sides for some reason. Also, I subbed to those channels you mentioned. We'll definitely check them out along with your other videos. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah. The Neural Networks from Scratch series is really good. And definitely 3 Blue 1 Brown. He makes 3 Blue 1 Brown makes really good websites too. Let me look it up. Yeah, like this is his website, and I always think it's really cool. Is this what I'm thinking of? Am I thinking of the wrong person? Oh, this might be the wrong website. Oh no, here. What's this? Yeah, like you can actually draw it on this website and it will run it through an AI and tell you how it works. He has videos about this too. It's really cool. Sometimes it's just fun to mess around with it. I watched like one neural net video back like a year ago, and they were talking about calculus and shit and all, and it all went over my head. Too daunting for me to get into at the time. Yeah, what John said was right. There's lots of stuff on YouTube that can help you for free. John's got some stuff too. The Piggy Evolution video was cool. Yeah, I like that one. That was fun. I actually want to do more natural selection without AI as well. Holy yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, he has other things too. And he explains what each part is doing. So it's very interactive as well. It's almost like that website Brilliant, how there's interactive things. But he's just a YouTuber. He's not a company. While we're recommending YouTube videos, I mean, it's not really anything to do with AI, but it just reminded me of this. That he hosted a competition where anybody could enter tutorial videos about math and stuff. And there was this one entry about the spline meshes that was really cool. Bezier curve. I bet it'll show up as the first video. Yeah, first video. The beauty of Bezier curves. This is a great video to watch, just to learn about what a Bezier curve is. That's making these this map. Honestly, I haven't done any of the calculus stuff for neural networks yet. Like in my videos, I haven't had to touch any integrals or calc. I think if I did backpropagation instead of this genetic algorithm, then I would have had to start doing some calc. But the neural network itself is really simple. It just uses addition, multiplication, and I think that's about it. Yeah. Addition and multiplication, that's all that this neural network uses to train these cars. So I have this neural network script here, and this is what I'm using to train the cars. I actually have a different version that's linked under the car AI one in the description of that video, but I could probably link it here. I'm gonna make a tutorial video about just this neural network script itself. Cool, there was a ton of people that made videos in response to this challenge. I wasn't able to watch them all. I'll have to check them out. I'll have to check that one out, yeah. I actually knew this person before the challenge because I was looking up a curve editor for this track, and she had some videos about it already. And then the channel only had like a couple thousand subscribers when I saw it, but then after that video, almost getting 1 million views, that it really popped off. I'm a junior in high school right now, so I haven't even taken proper calc yet, and I'm not sure how much of it you need. But like, I wanna be able to do the type of shit Michael Reeves is doing, robotics and all that, yeah. Honestly, to do the robotics, you don't actually have to know how to make an AI anymore, really. You could actually use a bunch of libraries that detect things. So I bet for a bunch of his project, he doesn't actually make the AI that does stuff. So in his very first video, the one that made him go viral, he made an AI that shoots a laser into his eye. Because that's what you're not supposed to do, but that's how he works. And he just used some face recognition software that I don't think he made, he just used it, and he used that to find out where to point the laser. So you don't actually have to know how to make the facial recognition software, you could just plug it into your programs. So probably learning like basic programming like Python or JavaScript is a good way to start. And then once you could start using other libraries, you could start making robotics out of it. But it is definitely good to also have an understanding of how everything works. That's why I don't use libraries yet, at least, because I want to first make tutorials about the basics of everything, and then get into the maybe using libraries in the future. Python. I like Python. I like Python and JavaScript. I think those are my favorite two languages. I currently have been am doing a lot of work in C, and I don't love doing that so much. I'm trying to think of what my next video will be. So the very next video is going to be the jumping AI. I don't know if I have the ability to tackle a drifting one yet. I wanted to do jumping then drifting for the cars, just kind of continue the car series and kind of put an end on it. But these cars are really bad at drifting. I tried driving one of them, and it's so hard to control. Like, the fact that these cars learned how to drive around this track at all is a miracle. I could try to show you guys, but it's hard to actually get control of one of the cars. Let me see. If I canvas, if I set the timer to like ridiculous, why can't I click on anything? That's weird. Something's broken. Maybe I just have to restart it. Or maybe it's because it's full screen. Do you make videos full time? No, I don't. I have a software engineering job. I would like to. Making videos is fun. I like making videos and working on these projects. It'd be cool to have more time to do it. I'm pretty bad at uploading too. My upload schedule is atrocious, but I'm trying to work on that this year. I feel like I'm not getting anything done anymore. The beginning of the stream was the productive side of the stream. I'm in the wind down phase now. Do you use AI in your developer job? No, not at all, actually. I do, yeah, no AI stuff. So this is just a hobby. I would like to, but that's just not what's needed. At my job. It's needed other places. I could probably find an AI job if I wanted. But I think if I make it a job, then it wouldn't be fun anymore. It always happens. Oh, I see what you guys. I was confused. The same way Infinacle was confused. Like, which video is that? You should find an AI job. Maybe. I think there are sections of my company that do AI. I could probably ask to be on more projects like that. I don't even remember what I was doing anymore. Oh, I was talking about the neural network thing. I wanted to show you guys it. Where is it? So neural network for viewers. So yeah, this script is specifically for someone looking at the script. It's not connected to my project at all. It's just this script, but a lot more readable. So you could kind of just read through this like it's a book. And makes sense with all the comments. It's very commented. This whole top part is kind of part of the simulation setup, but down here it starts talking about the neural network itself. I think this loop applies to the forward pass, how I break everything up into the layers, the randomness that I use. So it kind of explains how all the AI works, and this is linked in the description of the driving AI video. I think I did that. Thought you were about to recommend me a guru or something. Yeah. All you need is one video, it'll teach you everything you need. I wish. Oh, something I was watching the other day too. If you want it really broken down in a simple way, neural networks is the Crash Course neural network series also with Jabrils. He did a series for them that I didn't even know about. I followed Jabrils for like many years, but I didn't know he did a Crash Course series ever because it wasn't on his channel. But that one doesn't go too in depth. I think it's more for, I guess, yeah, so beginners. If I was a beginner, I would like to watch that one. Oh, my camera has like a screen on it that shows me what it sees. But when it gets too close to the wall, yeah, I just had to move my desk a little bit. When it gets too close to the wall, it thinks someone's eye is on the back of the camera, so it shuts off the screen because it has that feature. Oh, Jabrils, I watched him before he's cool. Yeah, he is. He used to upload a lot more consistently too, and more about AI. Yeah, so I'm going to make a video about this neural network script, basically, and how to set up your own simulation. That's going to be a big video, though, so I'm not sure how long that's going to take to make. Because I've used that script, that neural network script, in this car video and the natural selection video. That's where it started. And I've just made it more streamlined each time. Oh yeah, I was making the new track too. Yeah, I'm getting lost. Let's just see the cars drive. Could I just press run? So these are the cars that trained how to jump that we're gonna see. Oh, I can't change the round time. All right, you know what? I think I just have to restart this. Anybody have any idea why this would be frozen? It happened after I copied this in. I'm just gonna restart it. Hope that fixes it. Streaming and programming is hard. I usually make like a list of things that I do that I'm gonna when I'm streaming. I make a list of things I'm gonna do off stream because they're tedious and not fun to watch. And then usually I'll have more interesting things to do on stream, like training the networks or setting up new environments. What to do app are you using? It's called Notion. Very useful. Use it for everything. And I watch a lot of like the productivity YouTubers, and they all rave about this. I use it for any like project that I'm starting. It has like one of these Kanban boards like Trello, but it also has databases where, so I put all my videos in like a database. Those are like video ideas. It keeps track of everything. So I could have like a calendar and all these so this is wrong. Teaching cars how to jump didn't happen yet. We'll move that next week, I guess. I'm not sure when that video is gonna come out because I have to do the training or film the training for it. But it just has a lot of cool tricks. So you can do boards, and it all works off this one database. This database is bigger. You just can't see everything because I'm filtering it. Yeah, here. So these are just random ideas, and this database fills up everything. There's a lot of cool stuff. Okay, just go back. Oh, there we go. Let's see if restarting that worked. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I could click on things again. Yay. Oh, I actually don't want to do that. No. Keep that short. I don't know why. I have this load brain function, but it doesn't work for the first round. So these guys all behave randomly. But then when I load round 1000, I mean, normally it's clicked by default in the beginning. Oh. Wait a minute. What? What in the world happened? I'm very confused where the walls to my track went. Whoa, no walls. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's never happened before. But how difficult would it be to make an AI that could play Snake in a browser on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. It seems like Snake might be a little tricky. Because whenever you think about an AI, you have to think about what your inputs are going to be to the network, like what information do you give it, and what the output will be. And the inputs you want to keep as simple as possible if you want it to train well, or if you want it to be a simple network that doesn't take forever to train. So I've seen some Snake AI videos where like they give it, the inputs are where the food is, where the head of the snake is, and I guess they give it each point along the body as an input. And actually no, they actually do raycasts too. Hey, my sub counter's working again. I don't know if you guys could hear that noise. You probably can't, but it just updated. It wasn't working past 1000 before. Maybe it's only gonna update. Oh, you can't see it. It might update only every 10 now. Every 10 subs. Once I hit 1000, it stopped working every sub. But yeah, you could actually use raycasts in that too, where you give it rays that show it where the walls are and where its body is, and that could work as well. So I'd give it like it's not easy. 6 out of 10? It's hard to tell what that scale even means, because it's not compared to anything. You know what, it's gonna be like an 8 or 9 out of 10, because it's your first project. Like, the natural selection one was kind of hard for me. Just writing the neural network script from scratch. I knew how to make the neural network in theory, like the math behind it, but then actually making everything work in code is a lot harder. But if you use like something as a base, it helps. But then your second AI project will be a 5 out of 10. Okay, so why are there no walls? What's this right here? This thing's freaking out. The pillars are working, like the checkpoints, I mean, are working. So why wouldn't the railings be working? Oh, that fixed it. For some reason. Just toggling it on and off. Oh, what's curve space mean? I guess I'll leave it on. Alright. Curve space. The reason I had curve space off is because sometimes it would leave these gaps in the track, and the AI would drive towards them. See, as you can see, like right here, if I turn curve space off, the gap goes away. But for some reason, it's being weird with this new one. That's gonna be trouble. I don't know why it's... Let me press play and then try it again. Actually, don't know why it's doing that. Okay, now it's doing a different part. It's not consistent with which part it doesn't show. Yeah, look, every time I turn it off, it does a different thing. I don't get it. I guess we'll leave curve space on, and we'll just have to figure out not to drive towards gaps. It could figure it out, just makes it a little harder. And I think our AI definitely won't know that, as is the one that we're about to see. Load round. This round's only gonna be short too. We're gonna make this round 100. They're gonna end. They're not gonna go that far. So they learned how to turn right, even though this is a weird shape. It's not steak, but it's it's a pretty easy to follow tutorial. I don't think if you posted a link, I don't think it worked for some reason. Maybe that doesn't work on YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh, so they're jumping for no reason. Yeah, so they definitely overgeneralized. So I had a lot of turns on the old track, so I guess the cars never got to a point where they're going so fast. So once that speed input goes really high, they just jump randomly. But they're still not all dying. Oh, damn. I don't know if I could enable link posting, but put it without sorry, cough, it's coming back. Just put the link without .com. We'll just make sense out of that, unless it's not .com. Okay, yeah, there you go. The title's probably better. You don't want to get flagged for spamming, like being a spam bot. Yeah, so right now the cars are driving okay, but when they get too fast, they jump because they didn't train up on this scenario. But they're not doing that bad. I mean, some of them generalized, except for that minor jumping issue. I really like being able to see the outputs now of the car. Was that as far as they made it? Oh, wow. Thought they'd make it further in 100 seconds. So this is gonna be the same exact thing, because I'm not training them anymore, I'm just loading the round. I could turn off load round, and then next round they'll learn more to this stuff. I could actually increase the speed. I'll do this like 4 times speed, and we will give them more time. 200 seconds. Let's see if they can make it all the way around. We'll check that out. Guess I'll have to brush up on Python too. Yeah, I feel like Python is used a lot for AI projects. It's not the most efficient language, but it gets used a lot because it's easy to type. You have to change where the plants are. Luckily, the plants aren't real. They're just visuals, so the cars won't crash into them. I did add pillars once to the AI before. I mean, I guess I could full screen this if this is what we're just gonna watch for a minute. They're gonna restart one more time without making it that far. You know what? Let's make sure that they finish the next round. Let's give them 300 seconds. It's gonna be ×4 speed anyways. And I could pause it whenever. Oh, that does not scale well. You have to figure out how to anchor UI elements to the right parts of the screen. was never the biggest fan, but I guess if you're working with AI, it probably makes the most sense. Yeah, there's just a lot of pre-built libraries already. Honestly, there's a lot of web-based AI too, for like JavaScript. So these are the cars that trained on the old map, so they do have some quirks like, when they get too fast, but a lot of them are doing pretty well, even with the cracks in the walls. Oh, I thought that... So that barrier they can see, and they could jump over it still. So the rest of this track is still the same, so they should be good at it. This one crashed, but one of them made it all the way. So that they kind of generalized. I mean, I would like to test them out on even more complex maps, but it's hard to make them. One of them made it. So I guess you could say that was a win for generalizing. Oh, that car was doing so well. I know that one was. But at least one of them made it still. Only one made it, though, out of like 50. It's cool to just watch all the rays just go through. I think I could shut them off, though. They do this part pretty well. Like, really well, actually. It'd be cool to see them train on this. I feel like this would be a good drifting scenario. You know what we could do? You know what I should do? I should save some of my progress to GitHub. I use GitHub Desktop for my Unity projects. Don't hate it. But for non-Unity projects, I usually use the command line. Do you know Rocket League? Yeah. I actually made a video about me making a Rocket League clone in 48 hours. It's the worst Rocket League clone you'll ever see in your life. But I used to play Rocket League a lot. This commit has so much involved in it. I haven't been updating my Git for this project in a bit. I usually like to do it multiple times per stream, but I was slacking this stream. It's been a while since I streamed, that's why. Made a new track. I'm just gonna add a description. Stream. What's today's date? 15. Do it here, I don't really care. Made a new track. Used job system for raycasts, but removed it for now. The reason I ask is because I heard there was a community working on like freestyler bots and thought that was insane and had to be unbelievably difficult. Yeah, I actually wanted to mess with that too. There are actually a bunch of built-in functions already, though, that people made. So if you were doing it completely from scratch, it'd be really, really hard. But because people are building this Rocket League AI library with built-in functions already, there's a lot of the hard work done for you. Like, instead of you needing to figure out where the ball is and making the car figure out how to drive towards the ball, you could just use the function called goToBall. Like, you don't have to do any of the calculations at all. There's a built-in function called goToBall in that freestyler bots program that you're talking about. I forget what it's called though. Rocket League AI. Wait, so I used to know what it was called. RLBot? Is that what it is? Yeah, maybe this is it. rlbot.org. Honestly, this is fun. This could be fun for you to mess with if you're new. And it would probably be more interesting to you if you know Rocket League. Because you can do it in Python, it has a bunch of different languages. And a Discord. Discord groups are useful. If you have trouble, you can just ask. And there's a small guide. The guide to this isn't that great. I did look it up before. So it's funny they mention it because I do know what it is. I do know about it. But yeah, some of them are really impressive because they use 3 cars at a time and they have like a hive mind, so each car knows what the other cars are doing. And they actually achieved some pretty good results. They're not like expert level, but they beat beginners at Rocket League pretty well, and they could do like aerials and stuff. But it would be cool to make a video about that too. I was actually thinking about adding it to the list. It's possible it's already on my list. Let me look. Let's see. Nope, Rocket League with drones is different. But I do have Rocket League in my... Making a Rocket League AI, yeah, right here. Do I have any notes on it? No, I don't have any notes. But yeah, I already had that idea. So, it's a good idea. Alright, I'm just gonna end the simulation there. I'm gonna finish doing my commit. What else did I do today? Well, that is not what I wanted to start. That shuts off my camera when I start that. Whoops. Come back to me, camera. Alright. Almost there. Damn, really opening that broke my camera that bad. Let me deactivate it. And then reactivate it. There we go. Well, I guess I'm off to watch some tutorials and practice some Python. Thanks for everything and nice channel, keep going. Alright, I'm glad we were able to help. Seems like you got a lot of good resources out of this stream. I hope you follow through on those videos because a lot of them are pretty good, but it will take you some time. You don't have to watch all of them, you just have to pick one, I guess, one of those like series to start. But thanks for stopping by. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I should start a Discord. I have Discords for other things, but I should start a Discord to like help people with computer science and AI stuff. I don't really have a Discord for this YouTube channel. Oh yeah, I added the visuals to the UI. Added car inputs to UI. Alright, I think that's everything I did. Okay. I would definitely join if you started one. Okay. I don't know how to get people to know about it through YouTube. Oh, I just accidentally minimized everything. Okay, brought everything back. I guess I'd mention it in a video, so keep your eyes peeled for a video or the descriptions for Discord. I'll try to make one soon. Okay, so we're done with GitHub. We're gonna end stream soonish. It's been a while. It's almost 4 hours. Wow. It is 4 hours and 7 minutes. Before I go, what do I do? So I had this drone scene open already, but I didn't start working on it yet. I'd like to start working on that project. Maybe next stream. That could be a fun thing to do, because that one's gonna be more progress. I feel like the driving one, there isn't much left to do because it already happened, but the drone one has a lot to figure out. So for next stream, that's on the agenda. Start drone AI. Yeah, I guess that's good for now. And this online training leaderboard, it seems exciting. I feel like that could be something a lot of people use. Yeah, so I think on the top of my list would be drifting, online leaderboard, drone AI, maybe and that seems pretty good. This is for me, set up mute button. Probably do that off stream. Not even set up mute button, it's more set up Stream Deck. So I haven't used it, it's just unplugged. But it's useful while streaming to have a bunch of commands. It even works with Unity too. So I could press play on here and it'll start like the scene. So I'm gonna set that stuff up for next stream, which should be soon. I'd like to get a regular schedule for that too, streaming. All right. So we'll work on drone AI next time. Probably the drifting. And I feel like you got a lot done, and yes, using the Stream Deck is super helpful. Yeah, I definitely did get a lot done. More than I would, so if I was really working hard for like 4 hours, I'd probably get more done by myself, but it's hard to sit down for 4 hours and work on something. So the stream helps keep me on task, but also distracts me at the same time. So it's a weird balance. I definitely do like doing it though. Even if the stream distracts me, it helps me figure out what tasks I need to do and think about the projects more consistently. So I think streaming more often would be good for both the projects themselves, making videos, and just streaming. So seems like a overall positive thing to do. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap that one up here because I can't really think of what else to do. And it's been a bit. So thank you guys for all the subscriptions and 1,000 subs. That's amazing. It was really cool. Right here. I would like to make this thing do something. Maybe we could do that on a stream too. Make this Raspberry Pi do something when people subscribe or do on-stream things. I know on Twitch it would be easier because there's a bunch of... There's a lot more things the viewers could do on Twitch than YouTube. Because I feel like on YouTube you could just subscribe. There aren't really emotes. Or maybe I could get some sort of commands in the chat. I don't know if that's a thing. It probably is. But yeah. So I'll try to work on that stuff off stream. And then I'll get a schedule going for streams. So for now, until I get a schedule going, just look out for new videos. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll